where all the rights in the property are transferred, or a transfer where only certain rights in the property are transferred. So for everything, we have to look for Transfer of Property Act. Now, one of the peculiar thing here is this, that property is not defined in TPA. The Act states transfer of property, but property is not defined in TPA. And in other acts, as per the use and requirements and the convenience, I would say, they have defined property in different manner. So TPA has not defined property. It is not defined. But the word property is derived from the Latin word, which would mean proprietary, it is propriate. It means a thing owned. Means it is a thing owned. So concept of property and ownership, they are closely related to each other. So what would be the thing? Whenever we talk about ownership, it has to be for a property, and there cannot be an ownership without a property. So the concept of property, it is an important aspect of a civilized society wherein we are living our life, and it is not possible without property. So property, like I discussed in yesterday's class, that everything revolves around economy, and economy revolves around property. So what is this property? And this is something which is which is not a small thing. The word is small, but it is not a small thing. It is not just for the sake of it. And everybody have their own definition of property, that what would be mean by property. For example, if we talk to a layman, and we'll ask him that what according to you property is, so they will simply say कि घर है, गाड़ी है, और they have a good gold investment in there, so they will say that this is property, right? So, and if you ask a law person that what is a property, the definition would definitely be different one. So while discussing interpreting the concept of property, the Supreme Court of India has, in the case of RC Cooper versus Union of India, given a kind of inclusive definition, that this term property includes both corporeal things such as land, furniture, and incorporeal things such as copyrights and patents. So what we are seeing here is this: corporeal and incorporeal. They have given a classification. Supreme Court has given a classification that what property includes. Have not given the definition. Understood? They have not given the definition. So what is property? The various acts have defined it. For example, for instance, you have two bare acts you can see on your screen, like Section 2, Clause 11 of the Sales of Goods Act 1930. It defines property as the general property in goods and not merely a special property. People have done Sales of Goods Act in your second semester, right? So what is this general property and what is this special property? Goods, you people are aware what is goods? Yes, students? Hanji, students, because this subject, it is in furtherance of what you have discussed in and studied in Indian Contract Act. So I'm expecting some answers from you. Goods, what is good? Where is it defined? How is it defined? Yes? Anybody? Hanji, beta, can't you define goods? It is
Oh,
defined in the sales of
ma'am.
goods. Na? Hanji,
Yes,
beta.
ma'am. Goods are basically movable property. They're defined under, I think, Section 2 of the Sales of Goods Act.
Yes, 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 right. So they are every kind of movable property. Every kind of
Yeah,
movable
goods.
property. Yes, yes. So, and it also includes within its definition, if you remember, it includes stocks, it includes shares, growing crops, grass, and things which are attached to and they form part of the land, but they can be severed. So that is a good. So what property is all about? Goods आपको समझ में आ गए हैं? It is a movable property which we are talking about in Sales of Goods Act. General property and not special property. यहाँ पे भी definition नहीं मिली है हमें property की. What we have understood that we have movable property which can be termed as a goods और उसमें general property है. Now it means that the goods is being owned by someone and not merely kept. Owned by someone and not merely kept, or not having only one right, either to use it or to possess it or to only sell it. It is everything. So it is not a special property. It is the general rights are vested in the goods. So property means the general property in goods and not merely a special property. जैसे गुड्स को यूज करने की, जस्ट टेक इन फॉर एग्जांपल, आई हैव अ मोबाइल फोन. ठीक है, आई एम द ओनर ऑफ मोबाइल फोन एंड दिस कैन बी टर्म्ड एज अ गुड बिकॉज इट इज अ मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. नाउ टेक इन फॉर एग्जांपल, आई हैव गिवन दिस मोबाइल फोन टू धनंजय कि धनंजय, you can use my mobile phone for a week because your phone is not good, your phone is not working. Now here Dhananjay is possessing the phone, but is he the owner of the phone? Yes, students?
No, ma'am.
Answer.
No, ma'am.
He is not the owner of the phone, isn't it? So it is a special property which is with Dhananjay. General property is with me. General property समझे आप? General का क्या मतलब है? Everything is with one person. The right to enjoy, the right to possess, the right to title, right to alienate. Dhananjay is only having the phone. He can only use it, but he cannot sell it. He cannot say that he have a title. He has a title on this phone because he is not the owner of the phone. So it is nearly simply stating, and this definition is also narrow when we talk about property. लेकिन अगर आप property की interpretation देखोगे ना बेटा, property is to be perceived in a widest and in a generic sense. आप उसको, you can't confine it to one thing. जैसे they to have confined it only for the purpose of goods because the act deals with the goods. ठीक है? In the same way, now you see section 2C of Benami Transactions Prohibition Act. They have also defined property. According to them, property means property of any kind, whether movable or immovable, tangible or intangible, and includes any right or interest in such property. This is their definition of property. Benami transaction की कुछ भी लो आप, मतलब they have also given a classification कि it can be of any kind. मूवेबल भी हो सकती है, इमूवेबल भी हो सकती है. तो चल बोलते हैं आप कि you can move it from one place to another place, that is movable. Which can't be moved, that is immovable. Tangible, which can be seen, touched, perceived from your senses, is tangible. Can't be perceived is intangible, and it includes any right or interest in such property. Now this right or interest in such property, this makes the concept of property a wide concept. A wide concept. Just remember this for the, I would say, for the rest of your law careers. When we talk about property, there are interest in the property. आपके 3 basic rights हैं property में. Just remember these 3 rights. There are 3 rights which are considered to be basic rights और बिना उसके property can't be enjoyed, can't be owned. पहला, it is a right of ownership. दूसरा, exclusive right to possess, and third is exclusive right to alienate. Right of ownership, it gives a person a right to have title to the property. As a owner, there are 3 basic rights in the property. right of ownership, that is having title to the property. Second is an exclusive right to possess and enjoy the property. As I've mentioned, possess and enjoy the property means use the property. Then third is exclusive right to alienate. The alienation का मतलब है that you can dispose of the property as per your own wishes. If you want to give it in a gift, give it. If you want to sell it, sell it. ठीक है? If you want to relinquish your interest in the property, do so. Nobody is going to put any conditions on you. It is your will that how you want to dispose of your property. It is a right to alienation. These three rights, aggregate of these component rights makes a person absolute owner of the property. So absolute ownership is an aggregate of these component rights. Right to enjoy the possession of the property, usufruct of the property, sell it or dispose it according to your wishes, and to call yourself as the owner of the property means holding the title to the property. These are the interest in property. So, as far as the Benami Transaction Prohibition Act's definition is concerned, any right or interest in such property is also included in property. So, by this definition, बच्चों, you can understand that property is comprehensive of all the things which we say that is included in the in the rights, the physical objects, the interest in those physical objects, any benefits arising or derived out of that physical object. Everything is a property. Whatever you are seeing around yourself, your laptop is there, your mobile phone, books, pen, the clothes you are wearing, the house you are living in, everything is a property, right? We do understand this thing, but that house property, it could have been a rented property. Understood? It could have been a rented property and you must be paying a rent for the same. Can you say that you are owner of that house? Anji?
No, ma'am.
No. Why so?
Ma'am, we're merely in possession of it temporarily till the time we're paying rent or till the contract is extended till.
Exactly. You are only in possession of the property and enjoying the property. Meaning thereby, out of the three basic rights, you are enjoying only one. But for the owner, you have to enjoy all three. Isn't it? Ownership must be yours. Matlab, you must be having a title of the property, enjoyment of the property, and the right to dispose of the property. Lekin a tenant is merely in possession of the property. He is not even, he can't even make, uh, alterations in the property without the permission of the landlord. He can't sell the property, he cannot sublet the property even without permission of the landlord. So it is actually the landlord who is in possession of the property through the tenant. तभी हम बोलते हैं landlord is an absolute owner. If all these three rights, in India they are known as interest in the property, in England they are known as real rights. If all these three rights they are transferred, we say the property is transferred absolutely. And there are ways wherein you can transfer the property absolutely. Sale is there. You may make a gift. You can offer your property in exchange. You can renounce your share or renounce your property or interest in the property, means relinquishment is there. You can dedicate your property for religious endowments or religious purpose. And here what you are doing, you are transferring the property absolutely. But if only some of the rights in the property are transferred, some of the rights in the property are transferred, हम ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि property transfer हुई है. What will we say? It is an interest in the property which is transferred. ठीक है? There is a transfer of interest in the property. So property is not only a physical object. it does not mean only physical object, but it includes rights, interest, which are existing in or derived out of actual physical objects. Would also include other things. So this is the widest and the generic sense we use the property. So it includes tangible material things, means which you can see, the physical objects we are talking about, जो भी आप अपने आसपास देख रहे हो, which you can touch is a tangible material thing, be it movable, be it immovable. Rights exercised over material things means right to enjoy and possess, right to sell can also be there, or to make gift of the things. Special power of attorney, I hope you people are aware about the general power of attorney and special power of attorney. In these power of attorneys, what you can do, you can authorize someone to sell your property. So here the right is which is transferred, the interest which is transferred is merely to sell the property. So right to sell, to make gift of things, these are rights which are enjoyed over or exercised over the material things. जैसे आपका मोबाइल फोन है, मोबाइल फोन इज देयर, मान लो आशिका को बोला, आशिका इज हैविंग 2 मोबाइल फोन, उसने बोला चलो एक मैं किसी और को देती हूँ, आशिका इज गिवन हर मोबाइल फोन टू आदित्य, सो इट इज गिफ्टिंग. You have a right to make gift, you have a right to either you enjoy your phone yourself or you may give it to someone else. So it is a right, an interest in that property which you have given. So those interests and those rights, they form and they are part of property. So property, beta, it is a wide thing. It carries a wide connotation. It is not as simple as saying property hai. Then rights not exercised over any material, जहाँ पे आपके intangible things आएंगे. For example, one example could be that right to repayment of debt and right to obtain shares in the company, or there could be actionable claim. So these are something which are not attached to a physical object. Understood? So perceiving the definition of property in a wide sense, we say that property is, it is not only the physical objects but also the rights and interest in those physical objects, as also the rights which are not exercised over physical objects. तो आपकी property की definition, this is how the definition of property it can be stated. So property includes everything. It includes the legal rights of a person, and proprietary rights are there. So in this way, also, if we go by the definition provided or given by various jurists, like we have John Austin is there, he's also stated this thing that property is sometimes used to denote the greatest right of enjoyment known under the law. So he is simply talking about right of enjoyment as something inclusive of property. So if we go by the definition given by Austin, it means a person having the right to enjoy is also carrying a property with him. So if for example I am living in a rented accommodation, I have a right of ownership. I don't have a right of ownership, but I have a right to enjoy the premises. So that is also a property in itself. No, it is an interest in the property, but like I say, the rights and interests are included in the property. So that is a property in itself. So this is what we can derive out of the definition provided by John Austin. And it also gives a value to the interest created as a limited estate or life interest. Limited estate or life interest याद आया आपने HSA में किया हुआ है. When you must have discussed the position of women in HSA. What is limited estate?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जी, क्या होता
मैम
है लिमिटेड?
लिमिटेड स्टेट वो होता है कि कुछ ईयर्स के लिए उनके पास राइट्स होता है, जैसे विमेंस का था तो उसमें 25 ईयर्स लिमिटेड था।
ओके। Limited interest is something which is created for the lifetime of a person. जैसे in the cases of women, before we had Hindu Succession Act, the property which were given to women, they were only allowed to hold the property as a limited interest or as a life interest. मतलब during their lifetime they can enjoy the property but they cannot alienate the property. They cannot transfer it. They cannot dispose it of as per their own convenience and their wishes. What was given that you maintain yourself out of the property. तो उसके लिए अगर आपको शायद लीज पे देनी पड़ जाए या मॉर्टगेज भी देना पड़ जाए तो it is okay. But you cannot sell the property. You cannot absolutely transfer the property because you do not have that thing. Knew that God non habet. No one can transfer the better title than himself, right? So the person carrying a limited estate or life interest, they only have a right to possess the property. So if we go by definition of John Austen, a person having a life interest in the property is also having a property in his name. Getting my point? समझ में आ रहा है that it is because of, on basis of these definitions only, we have given a wider definition to property कि सब कुछ इसी में ही आ गया है. Everything which is capable of being owned is a property. चाइना में 200 साल पहले, 200-300 साल पहले, even women were considered as property. So they were owned. They were not given the rights as a human beings. They were owned. आज की में देखो, we have livestock. Animals are there. They are being owned. We have pets. They are being adopted. So ये आपके क्या है? It is something, the definition of property, what comes within the definition of property, it changes with time to time. It changes from nation to nation, society to society. So property is inclusive of everything which is capable of being owned. Understood? Any confusion till this point? I hope you have understood the definition of property, that it is not only the things we say that can be owned, the rights, the interest in the property. अगर मैंने रेंट पे दी हुई है प्रॉपर्टी, आई हैव गिवन माय प्रॉपर्टी ऑन लीज, सो आई हैव अ राइट, उसका रेंट मुझे मिलना चाहिए. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? इफ टू मेरे अगर प्रॉपर्टी, if I am not being using the property and some other person is using the property, of course with my permission, so I have a right that I should gain something from that use. तो जैसे आपका रेंट हो गया है, but if I have given my house property to my friend, okay, you just stay in the property, stay in the premise for 2 to 3 months say. यहाँ पे क्या है, the property is not given on rent, ठीक है, but do you think the right to possess the property is also given away? Yes.
Ma'am, could you repeat the question?
For example, ये देखो, I have a friend और मेरा एक house property है, and I have given my house property to him that he can stay in my house property for 3 months, but not for rent. So can I say that I have parted away from my exclusive right to possess the property?
No, ma'am.
Why so?
Ma'am, because there's no agreement that they're paying rent or anything. So you've not transferred the possession temporarily. You're just allowing them to stay in a
Yes.
property that's in your possession.
There is some person who is being allowed to stay in the property. So I have the possession of the property. I have not parted with the possession. He is simply being given a temporary right to use, और वो उसका right भी नहीं है. It is not even his right. There is no right. It is just out of out of the friendship I have asked, चलो ठीक है यूज कर लो 2-3 महीने के लिए, but he cannot enforce it in the court of law. क्या वो ये बोल सकता है कि मैंने बोला था, इसने मुझे बोला था कि 3 महीने के लिए आप ने बोला था मुझे कि यहाँ पर रह जाओ, क्या उसका कुछ कैन इट बी एनफोर्स इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ? सेक्शन 25 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट, व्हाट इज इट? हाँ जी, क्या हो गया बच्चों? Is it very difficult to remember I thought that Indian Contract Act is something जो शायद आपको
Ma'am,
अच्छे से ध्यान होगा.
ma'am, am I audible?
हाँ जी बेटा.
Ma'am, they're talking about agreements that do not have a consideration
Yes.
and they're void because
Yes.
there's no consideration.
There is also an exception to this if the agreement is for out of natural love and affection. So will this agreement, this actually kind of a permission to my friend to stay in the property for 3 months, will it amount to an agreement? Is it an agreement?
Ma'am, in a way, I think we should know the complete facts before we can say anything, but it is a form of agreement if you're mentioning three months explicitly.
3 months I have mentioned.
Ma'am, then it should be because there's love and affection because it's a relationship and then you're allowing them to stay for 3 months. But it can't be enforced.
But it can't be enforced. This is not even, this is true, it can't be enforced. Even if it is out of natural love and affection, though it can't be enforced because there is a concept, to form legal relation. There must be an intention to form legal relationship. But यहाँ पर आपका ऐसा कोई legal relationship नहीं form हुआ है. So you can't enforce it in the court of law. जब court of law में enforce ही नहीं हो सकता है, इसका मतलब contract नहीं है, agreement नहीं है. And transfer of property is what? It is contract plus conveyance. तो आपका जो first requirement है वही fulfill नहीं हुआ है. So here I have not parted with my right to possess. He is simply given a right, I won't even say a right. He is simply given a benefit. He can use the property, but I am in possession of the property through him. ठीक है? Understood? Any confusion till this point? Any questions? So we have discussed this interest in the property. Now coming to the types of property, because every definition you'll see talks about properties can be of any kind. It can be of any kind, would include tangible, intangible, movable, immovable, so and so and so. So we can classify the property in several categories. The first category is tangible and intangible. Tangible property refers to any property that can be moved, touched or felt. You can see it around yourself, whatever you can touch and whatever you can move, it is a tangible property. आपका घर हुआ, whatever you can see and around yourself, it is a tangible property. Means you can perceive it through your senses, you can touch it, you can feel it. And it can be something which can be moved, it can be also something which can't be moved. जैसे आपका buildings है, houses है. So that is tangible property. Intangible property refers to the properties, personal properties, that cannot be touched or felt, but they are simply being represented in value. जैसे negotiable instruments हुए आपके. We have securities, we have intellectual properties, copyright है, patent है, trademark है. So these are intangible property, you can't see them. Insurance policies हुए, stocks, shares, bonds, etc., etc. The second category is real and personal. Now, this is the difference between the property which is being practiced in English common law. So it is a basic division of property in English common law. हालांकि अगर आप देखोगे, it is simply like movable and immovable property. So real property, it includes, or it is a property which is permanent and fixed. मतलब land हुआ, things attached to land, they all are real property. तभी real estate का एक we have the things going around. Real estate क्या है? It is something which is related to land. क्योंकि इंग्लैंड में, इंग्लिश कॉमन लॉ में, the division of property is on this basis, real property and personal property. So real property is actually the land. तो वहां से real estate आया फिर आपका. And second is personal property. Personal property is all the property that isn't real property. इसमें भी हम दो क्लासिफिकेशन कर सकते हैं. जैसे चैटल्स इज देयर. चैटल्स रेफर्स टू टैंजिबल प्रॉपर्टी, टैंजिबल पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी. जैसे गुड्स हो गए, ज्वेलरी इज देयर, so they are chattels, they are tangible property. Then we have intangible property, means which can't be touched. जैसे बैंक अकाउंट, आपको नंबर तो पता है, लेकिन अकाउंट कहाँ है? SBI में है, मान लो, मान गई मैं, लेकिन can you see your account? Can you see your account? License is there, insurance policies is there, intellectual property rights, stock, bonds, securities, etc., etc. They are intangible personal property. Then we have corporeal and incorporeal. Corporeal is the right of ownership in material things which are visible, means tangible, which are perceived by senses, which can be seen, which can be touched. It may include movable as well as immovable property, can include real as well as personal property. Then we have incorporeal property, means they are intellectual in nature. They, of course, they do carry valuable interest and are protected by law, but they are intangible. You can't perceive them by senses, you can't see them. So this is the classification. Apart from this, we have movable and immovable property. It is this classification which is important for Transfer of Property Act. TPA is based on this classification. So we have to discuss this classification in detail. We'll be doing so in the next class. Apart from this categorization, we also have public property and private property. Public property is a property which is owned on behalf of general, or which is owned by the public. है ना, यही तो आप बोलोगे ना, which is owned by public. जैसे गवर्नमेंट ने कोई प्रॉपर्टी एक्वायर किया, so they have owned the property in government capacity on behalf of public. So public property is something which is considered as being owned by the public. मतलब community is actually the owner of that property and not only a private person, an individual. On the other hand, private property is the property which is owned by an individual or some private person. So this is the categorization of property, types of property. जब आप देखोगे, when you understand this concept, so you'll see that somehow or the other they are interlinked, or they may be the name of each other. So corporeal है. Corporeal क्या है? These are the things which can be touched, which can be seen. So tangible हो गया है वो. Incorporeal can't be things, so that is intangible. Real or personal, it can be tangible property, but personal can only be intangible property. The intangible property can't be real, because real is what? It is immovable. तो जब आप देखोगे, when you try to understand this thing, then you'll see that they are somehow interlinked, interconnected. So when we talk about movable or immovable property, we have to discuss these in detail, because your entire TPA is based on movable and immovable. हाँ जी बच्चों, अब बताओ, इसमें बताओ आपको कितना समझ में आया, कितना नहीं आया, सब समझ में आ गया है? Anything you want me to elaborate upon?
Ma'am, can you repeat corporeal and incorporeal?
Beta, corporeal is the right of ownership in material things which can be visible. You can perceive them through senses. जैसे tangible नहीं होते हैं. Tangible properties you can see them, you can touch them. So it may also be categorized in another category, जैसे movable हो गए, immovable हो गए हैं, ठीक है, which you can see. जैसे आप laptop है आपका, laptop is what? It is a movable property, but you can touch it, है ना? But you can touch it, so it will be categorized in corporeal. Then you have land, you can touch land, then again it will be incorporeal. अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, can you touch the shares? I'm not talking about the bonds and the paper which say that you have 500 shares of this and this company, but can you see shares? You can't see shares. Can you see securities? You can't see securities. Can you see intellectual properties? आप copyright देख सकते हो. Can you see trademark? कि trademark is a right. I'm not saying कि जैसे Nike का the tick mark is a trademark. I'm not saying that tick mark that I can see that so it is a trademark. No, it is not a trademark. The right of the company to have tick as their logo, वो है trademark. ठीक है? So anything which you can't perceive through, मतलब you can't see, but it is intellectual only, means you have conceived it in your mind. You can't see it, but it is protected by law. That comes in incorporeal. ठीक है बेटा? ये है movable and immovable is there. That is part of corporeal. Tangible is there. That is part of corporeal. Real and personal is there. That is part of corporeal. Intangible property. Intangible property या intangible personal property, they are part of incorporeal. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chalo. So this is all for today. Any other question? Sukriti, you were saying something.
No, ma'am. It's understood.